And I was playing with a few ideas. I was like, oh man, I could give him construct shit. Oh man, constructs don't eat. There goes that idea.
Oh.
Like, he goes, well, you don't necessarily have to take them, but there's sometimes the island settles and the rocks fall and get on my shoulders and terribly uncomfortable. You can feel free to take those, just most of the merfolk don't like getting that close.
I'll swim up there. And I really should have prepared ant haul today. I did not think about that.
As you start to get close, you can feel a definite vibration in the water the closer you get. It makes that exact sound. Just constantly.
That would explain why the milk don't like to get close.
I'm just gonna get Christian to do like a whole bunch of noises that I can play for games. Be my sound effects for him.
I assume his shoulder is big enough I can spread out the cloth on top of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
You could. Yes.
I get it there and I do that. I take out the cloth I've got.
Okay.
And I'll start finding the biggest rock that I think I might be able to get over onto it. I'll start with and see if I can manage it. And I don't know how big that would actually be.
How much does it
underwater
allow?
and stuff?
Say?
It's basically as much as I can pile onto it. It's not even like the base of the pile doesn't even have to be on it. It's just a 10-foot cube of area above it. Will then condense into it.
That's cool.
So I'm thinking I'll pile stuff on it enough that it spills over, and then have that 10-foot area be as full as I can get it. And then when I cast it, a bunch of that will kind of fall, and I'll move the rest of it off to get the cloth out. And then when I reactivate it back at the house, it'll just spill over there. So I'll start doing that. Just basically start piling up the... Actually, no, not the biggest ones I can get, because I still need to be able to move them when I'm not underwater. And I don't have ant haul prepared today. I'll do that next time. But, so a couple bigger ones, and then a lot of them that I could more easily move about.
Okay.
Once I get there.
There are quite a few rocks up there. Some of them are quite large, and those look like they're probably the more uncomfortable ones, but there are a few small ones, a few of them that he probably doesn't even notice some of the ones that you're picking up just because of how small they are. You see one very large crab.
Oh.
It's a hermit crab. It doesn't bother you, it's very large though.
I will say, you've got a hermit crab up here, is that okay?
He's my friend.
Okay.
He just doesn't move rocks.
What kind of friend wouldn't move rocks?
You're right, get rid of it.
Okay. Kick him. No. But he did say he's my friend?
No.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry.
I thought that part was real. I thought it was just the you're right, get rid of it was the only...
No, it was just a very big hermit crab. It doesn't look hostile, it's just there, being a hermit crab.
I will say that, though. You've got a hermit crab up here. Do you want...
Maybe that's what I'm feeling. Yes, please get rid of that.
How large is the...
About half your size. So large for a hermit crab.
Yeah.
It's like a dire hermit crab. Isn't that a fun sentence?
I'm going to cast Admonishing Ray on it.
Oh.
2 rays, each doing 48 non-lethal damage. So attack roll for the first. That's a 10 versus touch AC.
You hit it.
Okay. And the second is an 11 versus touch AC.
Yes. You hit it.
16 non-lethal damage from the first one, and 14 from the second one, so 30 non-lethal damage.
You killed the hermit crab.
Did it actually kill it? Because it's non-lethal damage,
yes,
so it goes...
non-lethal damage. No, you knock the crab unconscious, and it just floats gently-ish to the ground. It's kind of heavy.
Do I have time to... Actually, yeah. I'll do a channel energy as a move action to catch it before it falls too far out of the 30-foot range. So, and that's the thing, it might have killed it. Because if it had... Like, if it had 10 hit points total, it would have done 10 non-lethal, then the rest of it would have been lethal. And if that took it down to neg con, it might have died. I didn't think it'd be that weak. That is... 10. Healed.
Oh.
Does it wake up on its way down? Is that enough to...
Yes.
Okay.
It does. It looks quite, quite miffed, or as miffed as a hermit crab can look.
Mm-hmm. After that, I continue doing the boulder thing until I've got that. And then
How miffed can a hermit crab be?
I think that's a question only you can answer, Christian.
But I think you failed in that regard. I think if you could have come up with an answer for that, you would have by now at this point in your life. You've let the entire world down as much as it can be let down by not knowing how miffed a hermit crab can look. How much can... I'll stop that. So yeah, finish doing the thing I've already said a couple times, and then once I do that, I put the cloth up, fold it back up, put it up, and get the bigger boulders off too. Just kind of roll them off.
So you look at the cloth, and it was hard.
Oh.
What?
Oh. Does it look like rocks and water?
That, and the embroidered rocks look a mite bit darker than the ones than you could see. Words. They look a mite bit darker than they did when they were just when they were only underwater. Or when they were underwater. Because now they're not underwater. They're just stitched like they're underwater.
Okay. Are you hinting that they're black rocks, but it didn't look like it because it was underwater and hard to see the darkness?
Kind of, yes. That's
Okay.
what I'm trying to get at. It's just I'm not good at the English language.
You seem to flip-flop on your opinion of that, by the way.
It really depends on how I'm doing that day. Some days I'm better at this language than others.
Oh. But yeah, that's something I hadn't thought of until you started saying that. When I cast the spell, did all of the rocks sink into it, or did all of the rocks and the 10-foot cube of water
I was
sink
actually
into it?
thinking about how that would work, and you do notice a small implosion of water, quickly followed by an explosion of water that pushes you off of his arms.
That's hilarious. So
yeah.
I'm gonna go to the needle waste, undo it, and a little bit of it'll fall out, and then I'll have this rough cubish shape of frozen rocks. And I'm gonna have to sit a familiar.
Stay.
I'm gonna have to sit my fire familiar on part of it to melt off the rocks as I'm getting them. That's hilarious. Oh. That means I could just use this to have a 10-foot cube of water with me.
That's a very expensive way to just have a 10-foot cube of water.
It is, but that's a lot of water.
That is a lot of water, but
that I can make easier other ways, mind you.
Yeah,
but it'd be hilarious. Oh. Okay, so yeah, finish cleaning off his shoulders the rest of the way too. Kind of as thanks for letting me get the rocks up there in the first place, but not really saying anything about it. And then after I'm done with all that, I'll swim out in front of him again and say thank you very much.
You are welcome. Did you talk to my siblings yet?
Yeah, I delivered the message to Tanai, and she went back to tell the rest of them, and I haven't heard back yet. I'm not exactly on the best terms with them right now, so I don't really want to push the issue. But they know you're down here now. And
That's all we can hope for.
And that if they did something that had inadvertently caused you to die would be bad.
Yeah, I'd rather like Miliana to stay the goddess of peace. And she's friends with the herald of the soon-to-be goddess of war. So the indie gods are just going to come up and kill everybody. So that's what's going to happen.
Peace, herald of battle and trickery, and priest of death and fate. Oh yeah, this is.
Good time to.
I make special things happen. Okay, and oh yeah, and by the way, when I actually got the rocks into the cloth, a phrase which I'm not going to explain, they seem to be darker than they looked before. Do you know what they're made of? Or what?
The underside of the island?
Oh, okay.
I mean, you don't know, Valky doesn't know that.
He might, though.
Would he?
He's a colossus made of earth and minerals and stuff, and has been standing there for 60 years.
Well, you might not know that he's right above the nether cove.
Oh, that below, you mean?
Yeah.
No, that he might not know. That I didn't know that's what you were going with.
Yeah, those rocks are special.
I'm making my house out of the nether cove? The foundation of my house, anyway.
The foundation of your house is not of the nether cove, but
that is amazing.
those rocks that you got were maybe in proximity to a part of the nether cove.
That's hilarious and probably a bad thing, but I'm gonna take it. I'm happy about that. It'll make my house all the more deadly to people that, you know, are susceptible to deadly things. Well, like the rest of my yard is. Oh crap, soon Valky's just gonna think of the whole of the Needle Waste as her yard.
Shiana, come inside. It's time for dinner.
Oh man. Okay, so yeah. So does he say anything other than the underside of the island? He doesn't say like what kind of rock they are.
He says, well, I think I might be holding a section that has a nether cove in it.
Oh.
I don't think that would affect the rocks. I wonder what they're doing to me.
I'm gonna look up and then kind of look around and think and try to rearrange things mentally in my head because I thought we were off the island a little bit. Like, oh no, I guess I did still know it was under. Never mind. I think I'm gonna say that may not have sunk in completely though. That means this is directly under that part of the island because it hadn't for me. I think
Yeah,
so.
the tower was a good ways off the island, but
Yeah,
the church
yeah.
isn't as under the underhang as some of the city is.
That's a good point. Cool. My house is going to have a foundation that's made out of the same stuff as the foundation of the Nether Cove.
Have you heard?
I think hooray. I'm happy about it, at least. It's just probably bad. Okay, so I'll thank him once again and kind of say farewell, good day, whatever, and swim back over to the chapel, cathedral thing. Chapel, cathedral thing.
They're actually talking about the Nether Cove.
Convenience.
Miliana and Calistella are talking about the Nether Cove. They're pretty much exchanging stories about things that they've seen come out of it or heard about things coming out of it. Neither of them have been inside before.
That part I will definitely listen to because I've had very little information on that.
Miliana said there were dark merfolk in there. Cal heard Ashira took on a nest of serpents that were about as long as Miliana herself.
Oh.
Kano fought water trolls, which were weird.
That's not a good matchup for him.
Kano, yeah. Well,
better than trolls, but
Miliana said that there are some dragons in there as well. Ooh, but not dragons. There are dragons in there, but there are actually some good dragons in there too. You just have to know where to look.
Ooh, do you know where? Well, first time I speak up because I was trying not to interrupt, but
no, I've never been. I just know that there's one in there, at least one.
Do you know what kind of dragon it is?
I don't think it knew what kind of dragon it was. This was many years ago. She says as she sips some coffee that's not there.
She just holds up part of the water and drinks it.
she just like, you see a whirlpool appear. The piss of my people. That's how I know they love me.
Oh.
I'm sorry. My brain kept saying, no, Chandler, don't say it, but my mouth was already saying it. Okay.
Just judging by their cannot think of the right word. Composure, tone of voice, flow of the conversation. There's a word I think, but can't think of it. Do I get an idea of how much longer they expect to be talking? Since most.
22. You can tell that at this point it's just kind of idle chit-chat. All the things that they really wanted to talk about or needed to talk about are out of the way. This is pretty much for pleasure. They can stop at any point. Just as soon as someone runs out of something to say or something happens that makes them have to stop talking.
Okay. I will go over to the high priest and see if he's got the scroll for me yet.
Almost done. He's writing it out right.
Okay.
You're doing whatever else you have to do to make a scroll. I'm sure there's a check involved, but he makes it.
Okay. Actually, while you're doing that and y'all are still talking, I think I'm gonna swim out away from the city a little because there's some stuff I wanted to try with some fire that doesn't go out. So if you see a giant billowing a column of steam, that's all that is. Don't worry about it. I won't summon the fire elemental down here. And I'll swim away and proceed to do that. Because I cannot contain the curiosity of what's going to happen when I have a fire dragon underwater. Not like a red dragon, the one that can breathe fire. No, just a dragon made of fire. So I'm going to swim a ways from, like, 5-10 minutes away from the last building of the city. And take out the book and start doing the incantation to summon the Heart of Fire.
You get the cat.
Well, the Heart of Fire first, not to see what happens with it.
Okay, well, that happens. And, water's reaction.
It ain't gonna do shit.
You do summon it.
Oh god, why'd you summon me?
And what you get instead is a circle of steam.
Huh. Is it that
It's red steam.
Is it that all I see is steam, but there might be something behind it, or can I see all the way through that it's just steam?
You're not sure. You just see ball of steam.
Is it bubbling up from there? Or is it just steam contained?
No, it's going up from there. It's a continuous thing of steam. It's not that big though.
Yeah. Then yeah, we'll do the familiar nets, because that's one of the easier ones to get rid of.
You get the cat. It starts to sink.
Oh. I assume there was area that I could be on that the
Seafloor?
Yeah, seafloor was still where, like, because I assume the village was built on a seafloor. Because built, so it will just be sinking, like, 20 or feet or so.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll say in my mind, welcome back.
Hello.
By the way, first thing, do you know how to get rid of the Heart of Fire without using it to do something?
Don't. You can.
Huh. That's unfortunate. Also, we're underwater. Oh yeah, what does the cat look like? Is it still just the...
Oh, yeah. You're not sure which one you got. You just know it's one of the small ones.
Okay.
Sorry.
So just giant thing of steam?
Mm-hmm.
Or smallish, but yeah.
Mm-hmm. Kinda hurts down here.
Kinda hurts?
Kinda hurts.
Just a little bit?
I mean, I feel as though my every essence is being challenged just about every second of being aware of it, but yeah, kinda.
Does that bother you? Because I'm still not sure how much you're you or me or what.
I don't know, this is a new situation for me.
Do you want me to make it where you're not an animal anymore and do other things? Or would that be bad too?
Now we're getting into philosophy.
I'm just talking to myself. What's the problem? Also, do you have the sheet of the things of the spells in the book?
Yes.
Because in a minute I'm going to ask you to just read off the names to remind me. So what does it say? Or are you still thinking?
What? I'm sorry, there was a question.
Do you want me to...
oh yeah, now we're getting into philosophy. Because it's in your head, you get the distinct impression that it does not want to be where it is. It is not happy. It is not in its element, per se.
So it can be unhappy then?
Not necessarily in the terms that we understand it, but yes.
Okay. I'll ask it, would it be... Is it better if you're being used for a different effect, or would that be just as bad?
I think it'd be just as bad.
Oh.
Submerging a personally created, maybe, but spirit of fire nonetheless. Because it can't be put out by fire, just not be put out by water doesn't necessarily mean that water is something you should be putting on it. Or putting it in. For that matter.
Do you mind if I do a few more things kind of quick just to satisfy my curiosity, or do you really want me to stop?
I am you. Technically. Whatever. You're gonna feel this later.
Really?
Oh, fucking no. Just an idle threat. You've been cranky recently, haven't you?
Well, I was for a while there, but this last week has been nice. Actually, I'm gonna do detect poison on the water around it. Like in that cone.
Tell me what you're getting at.
I'm experimenting and trying to find out how things work, and I don't know if... Like, there's a lot of weird things at work. For all I know, it's creating poison just because of some quirk of one of the many, many things at work here. Like it being a part of me, it being fire, it being unable to be put out, it being really hot. For all Valky knows, if you get water this hot for this long and this deep or something, maybe that just makes poison somehow. She's checking.
She detects no poison.
Okay. That's all.
Oh, is that all?
Yeah. So I will turn it back into the Heart of Fire, and I will... Are you looking for the things?
Public?
Yeah.
Yes. For some reason it's not what it's supposed to be.
Imagine that.
You say that like it happens all the time.
I do say that like it happens all the time, actually.
Oh, it's right here. It's backwards. Look. I don't want to hear it.
Too bad.
What are you doing?
Just read off the names for me.
Pick the School of Magic. That's what the chapters are by.
Just all of them once, because it's been a while since I've personally heard them. Like, you don't have to give the description.
Flame Shield, Lava Shield, Sanctuary of Fire, Expel Fire, Burning Banishment, Ignian Call, Firelight, Fire Familiar, Cauterize, Compelled Burn, Firestorm, Emoliate, World of Fire, Fire That Isn't, Fire Illusion, All Is Fire, Portal, Release.
I don't know Release. Release is the one in England, I believe.
Well, spoiler alert, that's what the name of the spell is.
What is World of Fire? I can never remember that one.
World of Fire, imbue something with fire, any object.
Okay.
But it consumes your fire.
I thought that one was the one that it could be...
You can use it without it.
Yeah.
And it just won't last as long, and you can consume it to make it
permanent until it discharged, basically.
Yeah, significantly longer.
Oh, a way for me to feel it, possibly. I'm going to do the all is fire, I think, where you just become fire, or a thing becomes fire.
Yeah.
I'm going to do that on myself.
Take 23 non-lethal damage.
Is that immediately, or is that... Okay.
As soon as you are made of fire, that happens.
That's a problem. For my next standard action, I'm going to channel positive energy.
Oh. You rolled max damage on the next one, so I hope this is a good one.
That is 18.
Take 40 non-lethal damage.
40?
40.
Okay. Which happens first, actually?
You heal,
Okay.
and then you take the damage again.
So... Oh, it would really help to know how to get rid of this.
And this is when Valky died. Literally putting herself out. She turned herself into fire. That's not a big deal. She was also 200 miles under the surface of the ocean. Oh!
Well, I had put,
We're gonna spell it.
I can't.
There's supposed to be a way to do that. No, you can dispel it once it's dispelled. Like the olive fire? That
I
turns...
thought I tried to do that when I went into the castle and it didn't work.
It was late. I think I was just being a dick.
Oh. Well, in a panic, that would definitely be... That'd definitely be trying to do that too, but...
Hold on. Oh no, this one was
It was the 10 minutes per level thing.
1 minute per level.
Or one... Oh, right. 1 minute per level, yeah. Oh, I'm not going to be able to get... I'm not going to be able to cast a spell because I'm not going to be able to make that concentration check. Also, crap, I was doing math and I think 23 minus 18. What was the damage?
40, the last one. And then you have another action. Okay, that's fine.
And none of the things in the thing are fast enough. Cast. Oh, shit.
Mistakes were made.
No, I just had an idea.
Oh.
I think I need a percentile die to decide if I'm doing this or not, because I'm panicking. And I don't know what it would be. Right now, Valky is very quickly trying to run through all of her options of anything that might possibly help.
Mm-hmm.
She's far enough from everyone else and taking enough damage, she doesn't think she'll be able to get back there in time. She might be able to if she heals every time and gets lucky. But she's panicking, and she's thinking of all of the things she has that are at least partially magical and would work fast enough, possibly. She is going to, or the thing that has occurred to her that I think I want a will save to avoid doing is probably sounds like the best idea. The will save to remember in time that no, this is actually a worse idea.
The dagger?
Yeah, she's going to basically stab herself in probably in the thigh and attempt to think disrupting thoughts to mess up the other magic with the uber magic of the dagger.
Chris.
Hence the will save to realize that's a bad idea.
That's am I deciding this DC?
Yeah, because I don't know exactly. I'm not sure what it would
Okay,
be.
panicking. I'm gonna say you have to make this DC multiple times. Like, it's something she realizes, and then once she realizes it, it's something every time she takes damage from this, she's going to have to make that check.
Well, no, once she remembers what was happening with it and what would probably be a decent chance of happening, she would choose death easily over becoming undead. Or creating it.
Okay.
Or in this case, being both.
That's a hard one.
That she would do that.
Go ahead and make that will save. Don't tell me what it is yet, because I'm still trying to figure out the check.
Okay.
Moments of panic are hard.
Mm-hmm. She is gonna have time where she's having to dig it out of her pack. Or no, she would have it where she could draw it quickly. Crap, never mind.
Okay, so what did you roll?
17.
Oh,
Yeah.
so you take the dagger out and stab yourself, and tell me exactly what you do, because this matters. You are messing with really
Okay.
powerful shit now.
I'm going to take it out, stab it into my leg with a little moving flourish, concentrating on the magic of the spell, and in my mind picturing cutting that so that it no longer has me made of fire.
Okay. What's your strength on?
Strength mod 1.
Take 7 damage from stabbing yourself in the leg. Nothing happens.
Also, that's a move and a standard to do that.
Yeah, I know. You're also taking 29. Oh, no, it's almost max. 39 non-lethal damage.
Shit.
And that is all that happens.
That's very, very bad. 39?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so hold on a second. This is why planning ahead is a bad thing.
For you or for me?
For characters.
Are you dead?
Not yet.
Are you unconscious?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm unconscious at... let's see.
No, this is actually saving your life. Valky might not be happy about it.
Damn it. What was the number?
So you're unconscious with the knife. The dagger is still in your leg.
Wait a second, I just lost where I was, and I need to have that number. Let's see. So 33. Okay, I have...
What? I said, oh, he put headphones on. I looked over because you've been very quiet.
Just so you know, I have 25 hit points. I'm just also unconscious because of the non-lethal damage.
Okay.
So, go ahead.
Well, you're still unconscious?
Hmm?
You're still unconscious, so... Hey, there's that low damage we've been looking for. 14 non-lethal damage. And then 25 non-lethal damage. This is going to go until you're dead. But then something happens.
Wait a second. You said 14 non-lethal?
Mm-hmm.
Was the first, so that's 47.
And then 25.
That'll be 60, 70. Okay, so with that one, I am in negative hit points. I am at negative...
But not dead.
I think I might be. 72 minus 58 is 24.
24?
Yeah.
Okay, well.
Is that right? How did I get that high up? Shit. I think I'm dead that round, though, yeah.
Alright, so... You die. I know what happens. It's just saying it is the hard part. Okay, so...
I'm actually going to cut video here because this is probably going to take a little while and I'm not going to stop again, so... And I'm already over.